right? A good rotation is when you have like kind of the smoke, like kind of mixed in. Now, if you're spamming, you're gonna lose the beat. And what I mean by that is this: it's gonna is let me see if I can fuck up on accident. Yeah, that right there. You see where I did like two? Back to the basics. So boom. I'm gonna just cancel that because we're practicing. Okay, that went, that, boom. And then we're gonna clip this together. All right, cool, let's go. Another one. Y'all see the sauce? So it's kind of like, and honestly, you have time to be versatile in this, and once you get it cooking, it's straight. So if it's magma, I think that's good enough time for me to use that ability. So to be honest, the whole thing will look like this, and when this is including Bat Swarm and my breakout trinket, it's boom boom. I used all my supercharge. I thought I had enough. I would have popped that other one. Sometimes I do go in there with 3 supercharges.
I forgot to tell you I'm a fiend. Hit me with a dose of dopamine in my dreams. I'm the type of nigga who be always smoking green.
Alright, DC, what up, Mad Gang? I went back to my bag, bro. Celestial, bro. For those who don't know, I've been Celestial at one point in time in DC for like 6 years and playing like hard, like hardcore. It was like a mix of PvP and PvE, you know what I'm saying? And then when I went from PvP to support player, I tried out so many powers and support roles. And then just recently I came to DPS, like probably about 3-4 months ago. I just started DPSing. Have fun with it, got carried away with it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's about time I come back to my roots, bro. And I'm gonna be Celestial until they revamp this shit. It's gonna take a lot of discipline, you know what I'm saying? And maybe I may be bottom boards, I may be whatever the fuck. One thing I will be is one hell of a support healer. That's for damn sure, bro. 2 trades, Celestial, bro. If you ran with me, while I was, I did a hella BNE play. I was actually, if you ran with me, period. If you see me in sparring targets with Celestial before this video, if you see me in runs with Celestial, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let me know, bro. Cause I'm trying to, like, I was in the lab with this shit, bro. Losing sleep over this shit. Really trying to crunch in 2 trades. And honestly, this is the most challenging power to be in the game, bro. Dead ass. And I say that with the utmost respect because of how slow these animations are. And then giving 2 trades on top of that, it's like you try to do everything. And honestly, it's good. Like I have a video prepared. Um, I already ran it when I first got on. I just saw a match I went in it, and it was against not Super Clip, not I guess his twin, his counterpart. That was a good match, bro. Um, I think he got me by 16 mil. It's like 886 mil, and I was at eight. No, I had single target, but in AOE it was like a 16 mil difference. It's something like that. I don't know. I gotta look. You know what I'm saying? But that from all my testing, that is as close as I've gotten to water, a good water. You know what I'm saying? Not just some people. And honestly, shout out Morocco. Morocco running around here with 120 arts and shit, like a whole bunch of blues and purples, and when a maxed out Ebon out DPSing the fuck out of people, going crazy. So yeah, water is up there. You know what I'm saying? And what's DC about? Why do we play it for this long? It's to be a good player, better than what you've ever been, and knowing your own sauce. If you are so eager to copy what other people got going on, you're not a true DC player. I'm gonna just say that right now. Everybody in DC who has a name for themselves is respected because you know, they're willing to buy an art and test it out because they have an idea about something. You know what I'm saying? Um, DC is it's a you know the community has made it into this dense. There's no MMO like DC. No, World of Warcraft can't compare to this shit because the money that you dump into these characters, to these tunes, can be is now being able to be built in so many ways with these new powers that's, you know, coming out and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait to incorporate, you know, healing with Blue Lantern and White Lantern stuff, you know, the new art coming out. Never in two trays, never before seen stuff before, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely a journey. You know, I like, you know, y'all, I made videos talking about it's time to explore and exploring other content and all that stuff. And I definitely am doing that. You know, it's just DC is not even giving me time to breathe. Like January, like we just learned about White Lanterns, and then the same month, no, the anniversary event, right? This White Lantern stuff. Then in less than 30 days, 20 on the 27th, we get more powers back to back. I feel like it's going to be frequent as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know this is a celestial video. We are gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to, you know, y'all know how I do. I just be chatting. I just be chatting. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's just some good things to look forward to. And me being when I log on, knowing what I am, knowing what I'm dealing with, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fun to run with different people and always give my best. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna be pushing pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because this is definitely not. It's not for the weak, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I would challenge anybody to try this shit out, and I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, until they revamp it, which could be years from now. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But the way they're moving, hopefully it's soon. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're gonna go by role like healer, tank, troll, or powers that really need it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I hope they do it by who needs it first, even if it's not even celestial, or even if they think it's something else that's underperforming. But honestly, I think water was underperforming than celestial before this whole revamp. I think celestial could get it next. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But let's get into this video, man. Everything you need to know about celestial, bro. We're gonna explore the powers, you know what I'm saying? First, let's start with the supercharges because all powers are honestly, especially in this meta, is built off supercharges. You know what I'm saying? We got concentrated ground. Honestly, this is probably the best. Like I've been running with this. I've been running lately, and I've been, you know, doing some old sauce, bro. There's a way to pop this on your feet and do the 10K. So like if you are in, you know, Superboy, Grundy or whatever, let's say like the tank wants to group up all the ads in the parking lot type shit. You will be able to use this if you look away from the ads and pop it on everybody. And if everyone is on you getting greens anyway, it doesn't even matter if you get hit by the fucking beams. You will survive that bit, bro. You will. This gives you so much defense. And honestly, if I know that the group is good, I pop this on the tank when I know that the tank is about to go ape shit. What I like about Celestial is that you can, especially as a support player, you can control the battlefield, right? So you not only have this 10K, you have a 10K in which you this now I hate this 10K, but the fact that it's a 10K and it's 30 seconds is why I fuck with it. So it is in my load. I got both 10Ks I'm running, and you sacrifice. You do a small taunt, a mini taunt. Now the tank taunts are stronger than this, so it's not like if you know that the tank has aggro, you can use this, and you know it's almost like um Electric's 10K, you know, with the shield and stuff. You know, you healed the same way, shit like that. 30 seconds is cool. But you know, don't let some ads spawn and you use this and you know those ads aren't taunting. I mean, yeah, you're gonna die, you know. But if you die, you heal your team more. So I mean it's like, you know, and with this new update, if you're in like elite or reg, and you know how easy it is to get up and stuff like that, it's like, you know, it is kind of like whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't like the fact that I'm taunting things. But I get it, it's celestial, it's life and death. So, you know. Life drain. Now this 10K I feel like it does a lot of damage DPS, but I feel like it is useless because the other DPS is another 5K. And now this 5K is hopefully I got some supercharge, bro. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some supercharge and I'm gonna continue. All right. Now this 5K life drain. I hope you don't hit my ass. No, let me just go over here. This 5K. It's actually compared to now. Look, let's look at one thing because these 5Ks that we get is ticks, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 ticks, and we did 3,460,130 damage. Now, like I said, I don't know if I said this or not. I'm not sure. I'll be rambling, but these sparring targets have the most defense in the game. So, you know, if you are putting in work on these sparring targets, you know what I'm saying, it's and then you know they're dropping pretty fast. That means you're gonna burn pretty fast. You know, it's all about rotation. You can practice your rotation as many times as you want, but the reality of what it will be like in raid is not what it's gonna be like when you just add sitting here with max health. You know what I'm saying? So definitely when you're thinking about your builds, you have to think about like how versatile it can be. Has to, you know, that's one thing with Celestial that it doesn't have. I mean, a lot of these powers that I have, right? I know I'm still talking about the 5Ks, but I just need to get this out the way. A lot of powers that I have is clippable in a way in which I try not to lose time DPSing. Like, how can I be on the go like other powers and get shit off? You know what I'm saying? And still be in time for Lasso and Omega. You know what I'm saying? But that 5K was 6 ticks. Now, let's try Curse Idol. Curse Idol is actually a magnificent supercharge. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The range on that shit is crazy, y'all. The range on that shit is crazy. That hit 4 million. Let's say 4.1 million damage, right? At 94 now in raid. Now look, guys. Whenever something dies around Curse Idol, it releases a mini explosion, and it's almost like a and everything will just start dying. So and it will do it no matter what. Like, let's say someone lassos, the explosion will happen and the damage will appear. So it's like, and if you have EOG on it as well, it does 3 times the damage basically it should. Like, it sounds crazy, but that's what happens if you have Cursed Idol out. You know what I'm saying? I always say, you know what I'm saying, y'all always be making fun. But like, if you have that shit out around a big ad set, you know what I'm saying, it will do you justice. Now we all know Neo Venom is a good clip, right? So we don't have a 10K, so I don't use life drain for AoE. Hold on, let me get out of that compact. I don't lose life drain for AoE. That's where my Neuron's candle is. Now, I have Bat Swarm down here because of certain situations. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, or actually running my 5Ks this way, I actually lose a lot of supercharge. I think that Celestial needs a 10K that does DPS. I would take out the sacrifice one, keep the glyph, and the cursed idol can be ran as a 5K, in which I do run it as a 5K for celestial EOG heal. So what I do is that I use both of them. So now we have a buffed cursed idol, and it's 12 ticks. So in the midst of doing all of this, right? When they die, it's gonna do more damage. Like, it's just genius because Neo lasts 15 seconds, and that 12 and those 12 ticks is just about, I would say, 13.5 seconds. I would just say that it's great to run those together. Now, it does equal 10,000 supercharge, but in the beginning of the match, when you have EOGs happening, you will have enough to. I would always start out the match, I would guess. It depends. It depends on your burn. It depends on even if there's like 2 or 3, 4 waters in there. You know what I'm saying? I would start out with Cursed Idol, and then at the second ad set and like that hallway where you're about to get to where the terminals are, if you have a good tank that groups up, everything that's right there, then you pop both of them. But honestly, I pop Bat Swarm in the beginning, and then I pop both of them when it gets bulky again, and then I save my supercharge for single target, to be honest. 5Ks do deplete your shit, like, you know what I'm saying. I'd rather have 10K percentage of 30 than 5K percentage of 30, and that's just what I'm running as a regen. But yeah, that's basically breaking down the supercharges. The healing supercharges is cool. Like, I mean, the way I do it, I'm never putting myself in a dangerous situation. But as far as AoE is where we struggle the most. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows this setup, right? A good rotation is when you have like kind of the smoke, like kind of mixed in. Now, if you're spamming, you're gonna lose the beat. And what I mean by that is this: is let me see if I can fuck up on accident. Yeah, that right there. You see where I did like 2? Now, if you're spamming, let's say if you're frantic, because it is hard to get off damage, right? It's hard to get off damage first because definitely these 2 powers does not add any PI. You know, so to be honest, sometimes that's why I run in with this treat first. You know what I'm saying? So like, and this is all in speculation. When I build up my Omega, and I know it's ready, I have no PI, and this is me anticipating that the ads are just gonna disappear because everyone's just gonna use their supercharge. I run here, boom. You will always get that lasso proc. You will always get it if you just did what I just did. If you have your PI, so actually I have my back mod for Divine Light. It's good for healing too, but this is the only thing that's gonna put Purified on them. It's not like there's another power in the game that can give them this PI. So that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? I think Celestial needs a lot of love because we're just isolated. You know, even the new White Lantern powers, it dazes things. It dazes things like crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Like, look at that. It's a shame. I wish it was something simple to where, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But that's just me. That's just me speculating. But also, I'm just giving y'all scenarios and ways that AoE DPS. Because honestly, single target Celestial is the bomb. It is the absolute bomb. So, you know, that's why I think AoE might take a little bit more time in a single target. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going to get into healing. You know what I'm saying? Type deal. Whew. Guys, do I talk fast? Could I be like an auctioneer? Like those people? I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not even a nerd, bro. I'm not even a geek. I'm just, I don't know. But you are. I literally just listened to what I just said. I'm like, damn, wow, if people only knew. All right, but let's get back into this. So if you get it, so honestly, explaining my whole AoE setup is, you know, I like to have, it's honestly, and it sucks to say, but you're gonna have to depend on lasso. And the only thing that you're going to have to, like, you can't do play, you can't hope to get off that big damage because you won't have the time. You know, you have to add adequate DOTs, and these DOTs, magma is I wish I had Sport Pod, but I don't. It's called lingering magma for a reason because it lasts for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of good ticking. Let's see how much we got off damage on that real quick. It's what, 2 million? Yeah, about 3 million damage. And guys, remember, these have the most defense. So, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely something else in raid. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, this is a I would call this a semi clip, only because if you are patient enough, it will happen almost as if it is an actual clip. So if it's magma, I think that's good enough time for me to use that ability. So to be honest, the whole thing will look like this. And when this is including Bat Swarm and my breakout trinket, it's boom boom. I used all my supercharge. I thought I had enough. I would have popped that other one. Sometimes I do go in there with 3 supercharges. It depends. Like if it's in parking lot and you know this is the big ad group, pop all 3 of them shits. Pop all 3. You know what I'm saying? And then go to single target and depend on your EOG healer to get, you know, because you're using 5Ks. I mean, that's all you have. I mean, honestly, whatever they revamp it with, I wish it was something where, like, when things die, like, you know how dehydrate, you know what I'm saying? When you use ability to stacks up water, like when things die around you, something else just stack. Maybe 25, 50 stacks. Be dramatic, but things do die a lot. And you know, as ads being one-sided again, you know what I'm saying? Have it go towards something. You know what I'm saying? It's life and death, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I only say that because life drain is just very useless. Why would you use life? Only thing life drain might be good for is PvP. And honestly, I think that's trash. You know what I'm saying? But in a nutshell, I want to do a whole Celestial DPS guy because honestly, I am tweaking a lot of stuff, y'all. But like, you know, the B&E run I have later is just kind of like a, you know, what Celestial might look like. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to just, you know, just go through the grind. And then when they do revamp it, I expect myself to be top tier. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But that is that in a nutshell. Now let's go to single target. Now single target is actually really dope. You know, and honestly with AoE, you kind of got to make your own formula. It took me so much stuff, like so much testing just to figure this shit out. You know, but I've been doing this shit all day, and honestly, I do have to change something real quick. So, boom, 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 boom. One thing with single target is that because of the boss's health and stuff, and Constantine's and all that other stuff, you can definitely take time to do something like Plague. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's what it was. I wanted to add I didn't have a PI on this shit, so let me put Divine Light there if I can find it. Yeah, put boom. No, I did. Oh, it was Cursed, guys. This the most underrated power in the game. What does my brain think for me? Like, you know, why does it do things that I don't want it to do? All right, hold on. All right, boom. Cursed is honestly, if I'm being real, y'all, you know, shout out Semi. Semi is I think his favorite power is Celestial too, bro. Great DPS. He put me on. I knew what Curse was capable of, but he put me back onto it, and he did make some sense. I mean, I've had my Plague hit multiple enemies, like boss and some ads for a lot of damage. But is it worth the time? And am I going after single target damage? And I'm asking myself this question. If I'm using Cursed, I want single target damage. I'm looking for the boss and hoping to target the boss, right? So one thing about Simi told me this, that when you, let's say if you curse somebody, whoever Grundy is hitting, he would do that damage back to himself. So I'm gonna read it. Curse your enemies, causing it to damage itself when attacking others. I don't know if anyone has ever read over that. I read over that. When he told me that, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And when the enemy's knocked out, you are healed over time. So cool. You know what I'm saying? So definitely cool for bosses. You know what I'm saying? Like who knows what a one shot for a player would do for himself. Like, I don't even think there's an ability like that in the game. You know what I'm saying? But this is, a lot of people don't know stuff like this, you know. But this is why we do DC YouTube. Somebody said something about they don't know why people post other stuff other than loadouts, and honestly, it's a community, and a lot of people pour into this shit, bro. Styles, base contests, all this stuff, you know. And there's another video coming in the future talking about the sides of DC. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, that's a good one. But back to single target. Let's show y'all the sauce, bro. Let's show y'all the sauce. So when starting, of course you want to, you know, use your PI. I think I just lagged. You want to use your PI. You know, this is the only thing that's gonna make you do bonus damage in the game, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So one thing about, actually, no. Let me change this, because I want to teach y'all the right stuff. I had a notion that I think it's better for me to, because, you know, consume soul is my root damage, in my opinion. When I use consume soul, I already know what's next, in a way. I think I was boom. Yeah, that's how it was. It's all about the order. I didn't really change anything. It's just about the order, because, I mean, well, for me it is. All right, so one thing about this, we all know, well, if you didn't know, this is the clip. Y'all can't even, wait, this is what it actually looks like. The clip. Hold on, we can go fast. Yeah, see? That's the clip. It's good time. Now, what the good damage is this. That's good damage. How frequent it is. This is great single target damage. Now, what I do is that I do one clip and I do it again. So I basically just did it twice. You know what I'm saying? So that's really good, right? So you can really do it, but you know, just getting that extra might in there for a clip is really good. This is what causes no PI, 0.5 seconds. And honestly, with all this spamming of just like these 3 powers, your Omega is already ready to go. Now, I don't know if y'all knew, but Defile's 35% is actually very sweet. It actually hits very hard. At the end, I have Cursed Idol, and Cursed Idol, as we know, as I showed you, had 12 ticks. So it's almost like 13.5 seconds. So you have 13.5 seconds not to fuck up, but to know that damage is somewhere hitting. All you have to do is add 2 Cursed Idol. That's the way I think, you know what I'm saying, and it'd be showing. So this right here, like I said, like I showed y'all with Magma, whenever the Magma animate, it's a good animation because whenever it ends, whatever next ability you want next, it will just proc instantly, you know. And one thing about this new ability, which hit just 1.2 mil off rip, you know what I'm saying, is the animation is kind of hard to get out of. Like, it can't clip with nothing. Nothing. I don't even think you can breakout trinket. Hold on. I think I tried it. Yeah, you can't even breakout trinket that shit, bro. Not gonna hold you, bro. Which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that is something you have to give up. And in my mind, I like to have Magma down when that is up. I'm not gonna lie. It just makes it feel more flush. And like I said, we go back to our consumed soul. And as you know, on both trees, you kind of gotta wait for the cooldown, which is cool because it's a very fast cooldown. We have our retribution, which adds our PI, but after that, after the clip, you see another clip, and then it's already got my crit. Now, what's cool about Neurons is that I actually do clip it with Neo. So the whole build, let me see if I can get it down. Do this twice. One. This is very much single target, y'all. I was gonna use it, I'm not gonna use it because I want to show y'all that. And then back up to the front. Alright, so if it's flush. Oh. So unprofessional of me. I was itching while doing this loadout. That's why I was looking kind of slow, because I was like trying to get in my fucking audio put out. Alright, back to the top. Back to the basics. So boom. I'm gonna just cancel that because we're practicing. Okay, that went, that. Boom. And then we're gonna clip this together. Alright, cool, let's go. Another one. Y'all see the sauce? So it's kind of like, and honestly, you have time to be versatile in this, and once you get it cooking, it's straight. You know what I'm saying? It can get to the point where you know you're up supercharged, and you can combine your you know, your Neo with your Cursed Idol and stuff. But like I said, like after you use this, sometimes I'm sitting there tapping my next ability because it's like, unless you've used this ability enough, which it just came out and you know when it ends, then boom. But I've been using Magma a lot, even with water. I kind of just know. It's like, you know, as soon as the Magma goes into like that, the pinnacle of the vortex, I can already use this, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? I put clips at the end, and I put clips in the beginning of my loadout and at the end to increase the speed of it. So, you know, all it is, like, I mean, like I said, if y'all see me in sparring targets or anything like that, let me know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I was in runs before I did any video about Celestial, whatever. I know y'all see me out here, bro, just grinding, just testing shit out. Even y'all was asking, they said, I seen you went Celestial, bro. Let me know when the shit drops. This isn't a build, this isn't a guide. This is just kind of like all there is. You know what I'm saying? Single target does excel. It excels a lot, in my opinion. I think it's pretty dope. in my opinion. It's honestly the funnest part about it. But the best part about Celestial is the healing. And y'all never heard me talk about healing, like ever, in any video I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why I have it set up like this, honestly. Actually, Supercharge, right? One thing people don't know, some people don't know, is that yes, we got you know, what's this shit called? Starbolt. We have our Black Adam and our Supercharged generator. But now watch. If I use this ability, you see how that's 55, right? I use the combo. 43 for just raising my arms. This is why it's good to do combos. You know what I'm saying? This is why, you know what I'm saying? And look, I didn't even use the other ability. 5. So this, just from this one ability, is over 100 supercharge. Just from same, another one. All healing abilities. I mean, that one I would never do. But honestly, y'all know the main, because we got 2 trades. This is gonna heal the group always. Always. You know what I'm saying? That was a clip. You just didn't see it. You have your priority. These 3 abilities alone is what you need to just heal the group. You know what I'm saying? You get your purple healing ray artifact benefits out of it with the new life shield. Notice how I have the shield in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? Because when I switch loadout trades, I don't want to be, if the group is dying, I don't want to be looking to see where the shield is. If it's, you know, whatever, like that's just how I set shit up. You know what I'm saying? We have our, now with all that supercharged stuff, and even with Starbolt incorporated, you know what I'm saying? And with my, this is the second tray, with my supercharge generator down there, I do not struggle giving out 2 10Ks and then popping a 5 every now and then. The 5K actually heals. It's almost like the totem on sorcery, you know, and we've seen how long that lasts for, you know what I'm saying? Virtuous Light. Now, if you're in an oh shit situation, I love this clip. This clip alone, that clip alone will save the entire group. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. We have our shield here. And honestly, if you're popping shields, right? Let's say if you got these going, all right, you have all the time in the world. Let's say your heals are still going, and you have all the, when you have people shielded, when you have healing over time going, that is the time to be doing your supercharging. A lot of people saw me Celestial heal before and says like, I don't know what I'm doing because I'm using Starbolt in the midst on where I should be healing. Honestly, I've been healing so much to the point where I don't spam heals when I know people are above health. Like I don't put stress on the troll if I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I come from the era where the troll's dead, or we ran some shit without the troll and you didn't need a troll, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, damn, all right, like lock in type deal, you know? When using 2 trades and stuff like that, you're able to conserve with Celestial, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all see that we got the 2 10Ks like we talked about in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if so if you're looking at an enemy, you're gonna, well, actually, if I look away, you would have to look away. Honestly, I've been thinking about increasing my sensitivity since I'm trying to beat this Power Tool the remake. If I can somehow. I'm like, on Call of Duty, I'll play on 20, insane. Man, COD is a whole different story. I put my brain in COD, if that makes sense. Yeah, if you don't, actually, it's crazy, because if I can't even do it. I wonder if someone's running BNE. I would show y'all some healing gameplay as well, with some DPS gameplay. That would be dope. Let me do an LFG real quick. All right, boom. So when it comes to this power in a nutshell, I even tried to do like melee builds, you know what I'm saying? Because like when it comes to AoE though, like I know it sounds crazy, but with all this new stuff in the game, like let me just put something together real quick in the first tree. I tried to do something like, where's that new one? But this was honestly in the back, and I put my here it is in the front with, you know what I'm saying? It's like if I ran up on the ad set, I was honestly, I don't know, I was just trying different shit. I hate that they run away. I mean, they do that, but it doesn't really happen in raid because their dominance is like high as fuck. But let's just show this. So this is, that's like good damage. That's great damage in raid. Like basically, I would run in that bitch with this, and I would, you know, go to my other tray and kind of do what I already do. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, but realistically, the amount of focus it takes to do all that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said in the beginning, is not really there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's, I mean, this is me, like, especially with you, Trey, seeing everything you could do. You know, I even try to do stuff like, you know, like with water, my biggest, what really helped me out DPS other people was having bat swarm on the move. So being able to move forward while locking onto an enemy with bat swarm made all the bats, you know what I'm saying, just like make sure they hit their target. So what I mean by that is like I even tried to, but what felt very disingenuous about this, although it does good damage, you know, the bats follow the blast and it does like really like let's check it out. Um Bat Swarm 712. You know what I'm saying? That's really what the crit was, and that did 16 million damage. You know what I'm saying? Just off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like just off of that combo alone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool, but I'm Celestial, bro. I don't want to be doing this, although it's great damage, although it's meta. Is there another way? I hope to find it one day. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, the build that I did have for the video for you know, me doing silly DPS was, you know, was the most damage I was ever able to put out against another water. You know, I beaten another water, but it wasn't like, you know, I don't think like, you know, that was like the best water. You know what I'm saying? Someone who knew what they were doing, someone who just calls the deep everything. You know what I'm saying? Still got out DPS by 16 mil, but everyone else who was DPSing, bro, like it was definitely between me and Superclip, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And this is the one with the, I guess his twin, not the main one. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that guy, I don't know what they doing, but they definitely know each other. Something. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, you know, it's definitely all about creating your own sauce, bro. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like I like having Bat Swarm as a reserve because when things are densed up and there's nothing but lassos at that point, Bat Swarm is still dishing out damage, and you know, it's just like that's just on the DPS side of things. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I want to be on the lookout. This global chat, bro, global, bro. Actually, I got a PvP video going out. It's actually very interesting. Um, I've been seeing a lot of PvP global stuff. I wonder what's going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I dipped into that world. I interviewed somebody basically, and I don't know. This video is gonna come out before that. You know, so we're actually like weeks ahead in videos. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, you know, I know everyone's seen me Celestial and everyone's been asking for, like, you know, a build, and they just been watching me DPS the damn, you know, sparring targets, asking me questions, bro. I woke up at like 2 or 3 in the morning because my kid put her to sleep, and I just kept playing. You know what I'm saying? And like I was really having conversations with folks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like that's basically the rundown. Everything wrong with this power in a nutshell. I think supercharges need to be revamped. I think the power cost of abilities they thought was gonna hit hard needs to be revamped. Like, you know, 100, 100. Now this ability is, the only reason why people run it is because, I don't know, either it looks cool or it's easy to get omegas and crits from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is to use neurons and omega and all that other stuff. Because all this other stuff that's in the game, all these iconics, definitely been. If you don't have iconics with Celestial right now, I don't even know if you can really beat this power, really have fun with it DPS wise. When it comes to healing, you will have all the fun in the world. Honestly, it's just not cut and dry. Like, you can be whatever you want, especially when all these, I guess, buff healers on the horizon. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this new DPS healer art does something. I don't know. But I'm willing to tweak everything until they revamp this stuff and give us a fair shot. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, I think that's it, bro. Like, there's a lot of powers that I could cover, you know what I'm saying? But it's not really a side-by-side comparison. Unless you are this power, you already know how it is. You kind of know what I'm talking about. If you've never been this power, I would suggest that you try it out, but don't expect to excel. If you even get close to where you, even if you care about out DPS and are doing damage or whatever the hell you want to do, if you get close to anything, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to DPS, you're doing a great job. Telling you, bro. Don't expect to be like, you know, if you do it, if you somehow like do it, you are probably the best player in DC. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But there's a reason why you don't see damn near any Celestial DPSs, bro. You'll see Celestial healers, but nah. If someone's DPSing with Celestial, they got balls, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's just how it is, bro. But, you know, I just wanted to give my love to this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see me around. You know, definitely if you need me to EOG, hit me up first for that. I do not mind. I would rather DPS because I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, perfect it. You know what I'm saying? But definitely if you need EOG heals or whatever the fuck, bro, just hit my line, bro. You know, it's nice playing with all y'all. I ain't gonna lie, we still be playing, bro. Hey, shout out to the man who, you know, bought stuff off my registry, bro. Like, for real, my kid is already born. She's here. She's healthy. We're prepared. And the community, bro, they really did that. I didn't even ask them to do that. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? He just said, hey, that stuff coming tomorrow. My girl looked, and it was a whole bunch of shit, bro. So I appreciate that, bro. It really means a lot knowing that in real life I'm getting some help from just, you know, sitting here and just doing what I love. You know what I'm saying? I really fuck with that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I really do, bro. Shout out to you. Kudos to you, bro. I appreciate you, bro, for real. With that being said, bro, till next time, bro, we got some great topics coming out. Yeah, that's it. Like, I don't know if I said it before, but someone said, why do we make videos other than that's not loadouts and stuff like that? Honestly, bro, we're all people behind the screen, and in an MMO, you're able to, you know, I'm able to be here and represent this character that y'all see, that y'all run with, that y'all, you know what I'm saying, bonded with over the game and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more than just a game at this point, especially when it's been quote unquote a dead game for 15 years. I feel like DC's coming back in 2026, bro. Dev said it. And like I said, these updates is literally between 30 days apart that are big changes to the game, bro. So everyone's catching wind of new powers being added to them. It is actual like new powers, but you know, it is like new, I wouldn't even say iconics. It's like these powers, it's just easy to level up them shits too, bro, with like no fail. Like they're not even trying to tax on that shit. So they're really trying to give people a shot, you know what I'm saying? Kudos to this whole DC Universe 2026 community, bro. It's been a wild ride, you know what I'm saying? This is just a break-in. If anyone's thinking about being Celestial, bro, definitely try this shit out. Y'all probably think like, when's he gonna end this shit? You know, when's he gonna end it? But hey, be easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow's Monday. Work hard. Start the week off strong, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be easy, bro. Much love. Peace.
Smokey, drop the beat.
Her name is Carmen. Carmen gon' get you. Keeping it cordial. Carmen gon' get you. Her name is Carmen. Carmen gon' get you. Keeping it cordial. Keeping it real. Carmen gon' get you. 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 Karma gon' get you. I ran out of patience. Fixing my posture. Different demeanor. Blood be boiling. Karma be holding me back. She told me go fuck up the sack. Kill him by making a rack. Kill him by stating the facts. Told me let go of my strap. I'ma go make up a trap. Niggas been running their mouth. Sucking on dick for clout. They wanna let you know. Niggas been running their mouth. Checking my bank account. Niggas been running their mouth. 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 You know. Her name is Karma. Karma gon' get you. Keeping it cordial. Karma gon' get you. Her name is Karma. up my double cup of love. Tell me why my shawty gave me drugs. Yeah, I feel like I'm already above. Nothing what you say is not enough. I might drag it through the mud. I don't hold a grudge. I'ma turn this mud into blood. No one ever told me that this love was a drug. Hit a nigga face with a slug. Check that nigga slugging in the mud. I hit him with a slug and not a dud. Yeah, the rain, yeah, the water with the blood. Blood first, I'ma make that nigga flood. I'ma turn this water into blood. Tell me why these niggas playing games. Yeah, I hate it when these niggas say my name. If I see a nigga coming for my chain, yeah, I might just go blow a nigga brain. I know the karma's gon' wash away the pain. Yeah, I'm telling all my sins to Mary Jane. If I show no remorse, then I know it's inhumane. But me and that nigga not the same. Don't fuck with no nigga on the edge. Yeah, I'ma hit that nigga with a sledge. Yeah, the crimes I commit are alleged. Yeah, I might've pushed that nigga off the ledge. Yeah, I hope you pray before you go to bed. Tell me why these sinners end up dead. I've been filling up my double cup of love. Tell me why my shawty gave me drugs. Yeah, I feel like I'm already above. Nothing what you say is not enough. I might drag it through the mud. I don't hold a grudge. I'ma turn this mud into blood. My emotions stuffed inside a potion. I'm moving with no motion. I'm lacking oxytocin. Yeah, I be feeling like a zombie. No one feels the same. Yeah, around me it's getting pretty lonely. Yeah. Got the shrooms and the pills with some OG. No one can hold me. I'm feeling like a zombie. Don't whisper calmly. Hit you with tsunamis. Fold a nigga up. Yeah, I'm talking origami. Let a nigga keep trying me. Daddy's love gon' get your whole family, and that's on me. Nobody wanna fall with a zombie. Apathetic vibes on me. Apathetic vibes on me. Apathetic vibes on me. Apathetic vibes on me. Yeah, I feel like I've been missing out on basic human quality. I don't know why, I don't know why. I don't feel remorse, I don't feel compassion. I don't feel the love, I don't know what happened. What I really miss most is the passion. Only thing I understand is the action. Call me a Jack, cause I'm a Jackson. Living in the faction of a fraction. Nightmare, this is a nuclear reaction. Gotta get control of my emotions. Everything inside of me is frozen. I don't even care if I'm chosen. Gotta cross them all like a Rosen. I be so faded, I be needing ibuprofen. Numb the pain, show you my devotion. My emotions stuffed inside a potion. I'm moving with no motion. I'm lacking oxytocin. Yeah, I be feeling like a zombie. No one feels the same. Yeah, around me it's getting pretty lonely. Yeah. Got the shrooms and the pills with some OG. No one can hold me. I'm feeling like a zombie. Don't whisper calmly. Hit you with tsunamis. Fold a nigga up. Yeah, I'm talking origami. This is not a dream. Hit him with that virus, call me COVID-19. Sipping on codeine with some money in my jeans. All I smoke is green when I'm leaving the scene. I be feeling like an unsolved problem. Walk around the town, you might think I'm a pill-popping goblin. I don't fuck with Batman, that's why I be robbing. Hit him in his this shit, he might end up in a coffin. Real nigga dropped it. J my wrist, VVS, that's a big flex. Murder what she wrote on the paper in a big text. I be killing gang, call me Luke King. I be dealing with these niggas on the low, man. Just leave your body on the floor, man. Apathetic vibes on me. Apathetic vibes on me. Apathetic vibes on me. Apathetic vibes on me.
Man, play that shit you were just playing, bro. That shit was hard, bro. Now he said some shit about, you know, fuck, man. He was talking about them hoes. He was talking about how that nigga was, you know, trying to get one over you and shit. But you went up on this bitch and shit. That's some cold shit. You know what I'm saying? What's that shit you was saying? Talk about it.
Can't determine if this girl is a hoe, but I'm fucking with this girl, no. When we fuck, I know she feel it in her toes. Yeah, you know I like it when the water flows. Are you fucking with me cause I got a friend? What you doing? Or the drugs right beneath my dress? Or maybe cause I'm one step ahead. Real nigga with not enough sex. Yeah, I hope it not a oven, turn me to the feds. It'll be a shame if you ended up dead. I don't know why they took me out the mess. Maybe it's all in my head. Gotta stop the thoughts with a bullet full of lead. But I like being mad instead. Yeah, I switched up from the old me. No one knows me. I'ma get revenge on my foes for speaking on my woes. I'ma cop designer clothes and put it on your hoe. Take her to the crib and put my dick down her throat. Take a little flip with my chopper and my stick. Rub bands on the dirty hoe just to show that I be real. All the drugs in the room got her leaning. When she went to sleep, I know she was dreaming. Wet dreams, yeah.
Our man makes hits. Go stream his music.